For those of you that aren't aware, this is just how rogue and corrupt the Canadian Food Inspection Agency has become. I was given information from a family member of a particular commercial chicken farm here in Canada who does not want to be identified in any way as they are terrified of this rogue power of CFIA. I know who the farmer is and where his farm is. I even had to take out the province their farm is in Canada and how many chickens they had, as CFIA could possibly identify him from there. It was a huge number of chickens, is all I can say. The farm said that CFIA told him that they found 2 dead wild birds a certain amount of feet away from his farm. I'm not going to say the exact amount of feet to keep him anonymous, but what I can tell you is it was a football field in length away from his barn. CFIA told him that because they found these quote-unquote 2 dead wild birds a football field in length away from his barn, that gave them the right to come into his property and into his chicken barns to test his chickens. CFIA would not and did not produce these 2 dead wild birds they claimed to find. None of the farmer's chickens were sick or showed any symptoms of being sick. From there, CFIA selected 2 healthy birds from his barns and tested them using a PCR test, an approach that differed from previously used methods. They later claimed that the tests conducted at the blank laboratory came back positive. I've had to remove the name of the laboratory so as not to identify him. But let me tell you that I wish I could say the name of this laboratory and the CFIA office in charge of this, because it is very coincidental to me that they are also infamous for something else. That's all I can say. I really wish I could tell you which CFIA office this happened under. When the farmer asked to see the actual results of this PCR test, CFIA refused. That refusal infuriated him. He was then instructed to depopulate all of his chickens. Again, none of his birds were showing any sign of illness. The entire flock appeared perfectly healthy. Why would CFIA refuse to show him test results, which would be so simple to do to quell his anger and distrust? Is it because the results could have been identified as a fraud if shown to other scientists? Or is it because there are no test results? Or their ego and power is so grossly overbloated into an insane dictatorship, they feel they don't have to show him? Whether you are a believer in viral theory or not, the fact that CFIA can approach a farmer claiming they found a couple of dead wild birds a long distance from his farm, come into the barn, test 2 healthy animals, then tell you they tested positive for bird flu, yet they don't have to even send him the results of the lab test, and then he has to mass depopulate all of his chickens, goes to show just how rogue and corrupt this institution has become. More farmers need to come forward and start sharing their story. If you have a story about corruption at CFIA, please email me at libertytalkcanada@gmail.com. I can keep you anonymous, just like I did with this one, but I will be asking to see proof that you're a farmer and proof with what happened with CFIA. Please share this story widely. The public does not know just how corrupt it's gotten. Thank you.